Hello, this is Adrian the Alchemistic here. So it is February 1st. It is the beginning of a new month. And what I want to do today is essentially pick out one of these archetypal theme cards for each of the zodiacs to see what this month is going to be about for them. So let's get started. So we're just going to shuffle. I already kind of shuffled these beforehand, but we'll shuffle again, placing our intention. Spirit, please show us 12 cards for the 12 zodiac signs and the themes that they will experience in this month, starting with Aries. So Aries got the threshold. So it's going to be about boundaries. Also, be careful what boundaries you cross, but it also could mean that you are crossing the threshold in the sense that you're on to a new chapter, a new, a new era, so to speak, and you're crossing that threshold. But just be mindful that you don't burn any bridges unless they need to be burnt. Like, you need to be very discerning. Usually it's not good to burn the bridge completely down, but like barricade it if you need to. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, okay, so Aries, we're gonna go Taurus next. Taurus, you got the kiss. Ooh, I'm sensing some love for Taurus this month. Well, it is Valentine's Day month, so there's love in the air for Taurus. So Aries, Taurus. I don't know them by memory. I don't know them in order per se, the signs. I'm gonna try my best, but if I mess up, just bear with me. I know there's 12. So we have Aries, Taurus, Aries, Taurus. What comes after Taurus? Ugh. Hold on. So I literally had to take off my seal. I have one of the seals of Solomon's seals of Solomon that I wear as a talisman / amulet, and it has all the zodiac glyphs. So that's what I'm looking at right now. So after Taurus comes Gemini. Okay, so let's do Gemini. Okay, where did I put the cards now? Oh, they're here. Gemini, what's next for Gemini? They got the box. Okay, so for me, the box represents almost like Saturn's box, like limitation, constraints, things like that. So it's kind of like, I guess for Gemini, it's breaking out of the mold. It's breaking out of habitual pattern. It's also identifying like what is it that you feel keeps you in this box, in this like, almost, I think February is also Groundhog Day, which we know from the movie, is that repetitious cycle, or just repeating like every day monotonously. So the box just represents, that kind of situation. So it's your time now, Gemini, to really break the mold. Okay, Gemini, go back to the talisman. Gemini, hold on, I can't even see in this dim lighting. I guess it's Cancer. Okay, we'll do Cancer. I don't know if this is in order, you guys, but you know your sign, Cancer. Okay, Cancer, you got the Starborn. Wow, so this is like a total... Ooh, what I got was like almost a cosmic thing, like ooh, like Cancer's gonna go through a rebirth, like a star rebirth, like something that is like divine and also like celestial. It's not just a regular transformation, like a phoenix transformation. This is like cosmic phoenix. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting like a celestial, like a total upgrade almost, or something of that nature. Okay, take what resonates, you guys. Okay, let me hold it up and see if I can see it better in this light. No, I still can't. Don't mind find me with my terrible eyesight. Trying to see what sign is next. And I'm using my phone to record, so it's like, can't do that. Wait, what did I say? Cancer, so Leo. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see what's in it for Leo. Ooh, the bridge. Wow. Okay, so the bridge. So what I get for Leo for February as a bridge is kind of like bridging the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's also about harmonious connections and like, Leos are ruled by the sun, so they're always, quite the, I want to say showstoppers, but not all of them. You can't generalize that aspect for all of them, but they do have a natural charisma, a natural kind of like need to be acknowledged and to be the center of attention, not in a bad way, but they're leaders. So the bridge represents like, connecting that desire or that innate part of yourself with other people so that your ego is not, trying to surpass the leadership part, which is where you guide people from one place to another. The bridge, you guide them from here to there without you being stumbling on yourself because of your ego, if that makes sense. Okay, so we got Leo. Okay, so Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. I should know this. After Leo, right? Leo's July, August. I should just do it like that. January, February. Anyway, March, April, May, June, July, August. So what comes first? Virgo? Hold on. As you can see, astrology is not my forte per se. And it is Virgo. Okay. So let's see what Virgo. Oh, the lover. The swan. Wow, somebody really likes you. Okay, what I get from this card, the lover, is like there's somebody either already present within your life. I feel like this is not a new love. This is like your lover. This is someone that you've had, and it's just like a new emerging of like, I really, really like love this person. Like, you know what I'm saying? They see you as like this swan, this majestic, bird, and they're really kind of low-key obsessed with you. Anyway, so we got Virgo. So then we have Libra. So let's see what's happening for Libra. The shapeshifter. And isn't that and isn't that apropos? Okay, so the Libra, they like to be liked, as they may know. So the shapeshifter just means that, they, they're the scales, right? They have to even things out. So sometimes they have to change aspects of themselves to be more cohesive within a group. So there's going to be a lot of that happening in February. Okay, that's what I got from that. Not too much information, but it's like general Libra behavior, in my opinion. That's no shade. So Libra, so now we're going into a Scorpio. The flame. Scorpio. So for February, you're igniting something passionate. I mean, Scorpios are naturally very passionate, sensual, mysterious. Ooh. So the flame is just so like on point for Scorpio in general. So also I see just like, the orange color, the flame, like sacral chakra, like something very sensual, something very much you're passionate about, maybe a passion project in this month. something that you are really, really intensely magnetized to, aside from being a magnetic person. Okay. So we got a Scorpio, not Sag, right? Scorpio. Yeah, Sag. What's happening? I'm a Sag, so let's see what's happening. The Judge. Ooh. Okay. So for me, the Judge, it could actually mean a legal matter because, us Sages, we get into trouble sometimes. We're a little too carefree, a little too like, ooh, Jupiter gets to our head sometimes and it's just like, oh, I have good luck. Nothing's going to happen. So it could be a real court case or appearance this month. Maybe not for anything super, not like a felony or anything, but maybe traffic ticket or something. I know I have a traffic ticket, so maybe I'm just taking this too personal. Anyway, but the Judge is really a card about, if we apply it to ourselves, and just the archetype is kind of like, you know, being self-critical or judging ourselves in a way that's too harsh and limiting for our very expansive Jupiterian, like, you know, young, wild, and free attitude. So it's like, give yourself grace. We're not perfect, obviously, but we shouldn't be talking to ourselves in a way that we're putting ourselves down. So don't be like the Judge Judy. Be like a judge on the Amanda Bangs show or something. Like, I don't know. Or be like, like a quirky judge where you're like, oh, that was stupid, but we could do this better next time. Always try for self-improvement. Don't damn yourself. Okay, so now we're going into Capricorn, and then we have Aquarius, and then we have Pisces. Okay, so let me remember that. Capricorn, Aquarius, I can remember that. Okay, Caps, what's happening? The Eternal Child. Okay, that makes me laugh because my grandpa is a Capricorn, and he kind of is an eternal child. Anyway, so this card for me, the Eternal Child, is actually a very positive card for Capricorn because they're ruled by Saturn, so they can be very, very, Saturnian, if you know what I mean. And so the inner child is really a place, the Saturn represents the father structure, like very disciplined, Chronos time. And the inner child is almost like the opposite. You know what I'm saying? The inner child just wants to feel, wants to create. It's very Piscean in a way. So, and I have Saturn in Pisces. So this is kind of the dilemma I see for Capricorn, is kind of like, and I think currently we have Saturn and Pisces. So that's the energy that it's kind of radiating, is Saturn and Pisces energy. So yeah, so you guys just have to get in touch with your inner child, do things that are more fun than productive, and just like live life a little bit less worried about, the material aspects and more so for your soul aspect. Okay. Now we're coming into, what did I say? Cap. So this is Aquarius. Aquarius, the forest. Ooh, I love that. Okay, so for Aquarius, in the month of February, I see a lot of nature. I see forests. I see riverbeds, like the river bend. I see like travel, and I see just like, if you're not naturally from a location where there's a lot of foliage or greenery, or I know we're in winter, but maybe this represents also, just connection to nature in general. The forest also provides like shelter, security, for the wildlife, and just like habitation, cohabiting. These are the words that are coming to me clear audiently. So I'm getting a sense of like, you are almost like also lost in the woods, but you guys are kind of happy about it. I don't see you guys stressing. I see it's kind of like a good getaway. Like, you're just like lost in the woods, but you're exploring things, you're learning, just as Aquariuses do, the intellectuals, so they're just learning about themselves. They're just like kind of maybe in a hermit ish mode, but I don't see it being secluded in like a house. I see it more very much connected to the earth. Okay, and finally we have Pisces with the thread. Let's look at this card. Hold on. Just so you know, I do this all intuitively. I don't use the guidebook, so these are not guidebook answers. The thread. Okay, like I'm hearing needle in a haystack, thread. Okay, so also threading, right? Putting something together. So for Pisces, since they're so visionary and, it's kind of connecting your visions to actual things that can materialize. Because, Pisces are all about the dreams and the visions. But then when it comes to actually manifesting it in the physical, or, they struggle a little bit with that. They're very watery, they're very emotional based, but depending on your personal chart, sometimes if you don't have too much earth, you could become ungrounded. So it's about grounding your creativity and like your ideals and your art into something tangible. Okay. And that's our reading for February, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Until next time. Bye-bye.